Hello and welcome to my vlog. I'm afraid I'm not going to be very good at this, but G.K. Chesterton says there are some things so worth doing that they're even worth doing badly. So maybe this is one of those things. Maybe not necessarily vlogging, but maybe helping. Helping is one of these things. I believe that teaching or helping other people learn is so much more than getting across standards, teaching a fact, or even a principle. My favorite philosophy of education quote, or my favorite statement or comment on helping other people learn is from the book Blue Like Jazz. And Donald Miller says, I walked outside the Baghdad Theater the other day and I saw somebody playing their saxophone. They played for 4 minutes, I think he said, without ever opening their eyes. Before that, I didn't like jazz music. Sometimes you have to watch somebody love something before you can love it yourself. End of the quote. I guess my vlogs are going to primarily try to share the life that I love so that maybe you can love it too. Does that make my life better than yours? Maybe. I'll take that. I'm not afraid to say something is better than something else. And one of the reasons maybe my life is better than yours is because I do try and think on these things. And that's what I want to share in these vlogs. I don't want to be a goat, and I don't want to be a dog. I love my goats. I love my dog. But you know what my dog thinks about? My dog thinks about food, sleep, sex, and play. My goats think about food, sex, sleep, and not so much play. You know? I'm scared to death that we live in a time when humans are more like animals than they are like humans. And part of what it is to be human is to think. And again, quoting G.K. Chesterton, Chesterton says, what is it to think? It's to combine things. So, most of these vlogs will be about combining things. As with my blog, I go back and read some of the things that I've written and think, yeah, that was pretty awful. And I'm sure I'll do the same with the vlogs. Maybe I will say that didn't make sense, or maybe it'll be false. But that's part of the beauty of being human as well. We are processes. I haven't concluded everything. Very little, actually. Actually, that's one of the things that I have learned over the years is I keep learning how little I do know, and it simplifies your knowledge, but it does help you grasp a hold of the simplified knowledge that you have a little bit tighter. So maybe if nothing else, that's what these vlogs will be. They'll be an attempt to help us shed what we think we know and bring us to a more simple understanding of the things we do know. Maybe for a first vlog, I don't know, I just prayed about this and I thought, Lord, I don't want to make a vlog to make a vlog, you know? I don't want to come up with ideas off the top of my head so that I can make a vlog. And I think that's an important thing. I think that the truths that I want to share on this vlog should be things that are on my mind right now. If I was to share something else, I couldn't be as sincere, you know? So, forgive me for what goes on in my head, in a certain sense. While at the same time, don't forgive me. One of the reasons I like blogging and vlogging is to help myself come to a better understanding. So maybe you can help me come to a better understanding, for real. This is one of the things I love about scholasticism. Scholasticism says, let's argue, let's debate, show me your side, and maybe you win. Maybe your side makes more sense, or is more coherent, or is more in tune with the reality that I experience. And if so, yes. And perhaps at the same time, your point will be wrong. But it may be a point that I haven't seen that'll help me understand my point better. So, I sincerely mean that. I would love to learn more about all the different things I'm talking about, and especially since these things are coming to the top of my head. I've spent a little bit of time this afternoon trying to decide how to do these videos. I've watched some interesting YouTube videos which kind of grab your attention, and they're fun to watch, and they make a point, but that's not me. I tried. Maybe I'll post them for humor's sake. It was fun to watch me fake it, perhaps. For me it wasn't fun, but I desire for these vlogs to be real, or what's on my mind at the time. So, with that said, perhaps we could discuss, or not discuss, but monologue and then dialogue, what is on my mind today. And there's several things on my mind today. And I would like to apologize initially too for the aspect that I would like to not talk as much about Catholicism as I'm going to, but I would be insincere in doing so. But at the same time, I think this is a problem. Maybe we could discuss this first. Sincerity, or the truth, needs to sometimes be questioned. Like, as an example, let's pretend a young man is interested in a young lady, right? And maybe the young man is even more interested in participating in procreation with the young lady. Maybe the young man, in his sincerity, has the ability to acknowledge this. And so, he finds a young lady, or the specific young lady, we'll say. That's what he says. Hey, I'm interested in participating in procreation. It's probably not going to go over real well. But why not? You know? He's being honest. Isn't honesty best? Isn't sincerity best? Yeah, maybe. But maybe not. Maybe what the young man needs to do is question that sincerity. You know, maybe he should say, is that lame? And if it's lame to simply want to participate in procreation with someone, which actually these days it's not participating in procreation, so let's say participation in animal-like pleasure would perhaps be a better explanation. So let's say the young man realizes that all he wants to do is participate in animal-like pleasure, and then maybe he questions that. And then he says, maybe I shouldn't say that. But why should he not say it? Because he probably shouldn't be thinking it. But then that brings another question, well then why should he not be thinking it? You know, I don't know many people who wouldn't disagree or who would disagree that it's lame for a guy to simply say, I want to have animal-like pleasure with you. You know? But what I'm trying to get back to is the concept of my own sincerity in a vlog. And maybe the question I need to ask myself is, should I be completely sincere? Should I discuss what's really on my mind, what's on my heart, what I am trying to understand? I'm sorry, I was disrupted by my phone. So, the question is, why should I maybe not discuss exactly what's on my mind? If I am the young man who really wants to say, hey, I would like to participate, and after I contemplated the last thing of saying animal-like pleasure, I disagree. It's not animal-like pleasure either. Let's call it a sexual experience. When the young man's thinking, he says, I really want to say the truth, which is that I want to have a sexual experience with this girl. And then he goes back and starts questioning himself, well, I probably shouldn't do that. Because one reason is that it's not going to work. Another reason is that's pretty lame on his part. So now what I'm asking myself is, maybe one of the reasons I shouldn't is because that's not going to work. Maybe that turns people off too quickly. And I guess I'd partially be lying if I said I wasn't trying to convert people to Catholicism. But I'm not trying to convert you to Catholicism so we can tally up one more mark on the Catholic Church member. That's not it. I'm trying to share what I've come to know as the truth. And to share what I love. If Aunt B loves making gravy, then she's going to want to give you some when you come to her house. Does that mean she's trying to convert you into a gravy eater? Well, I guess. So, but, in making a vlog, my goal is not to work. My goal is not to, I'm not going to be able to, I don't think in a year, if I vlog every day for a year, I'm not going to be able to say it was successful or unsuccessful based off of who converted to Catholicism. Could that be a pointer? I guess. Sure, I think it would be a pointer, but that's not my goal. That's what I'm trying to get to, okay? What is my goal then? Maybe that's what we should discuss here. My goal is to help free people from the less human things that we get caught up in. This is one of the very aspects of fasting. If you wake up in the morning thinking, what am I going to eat for breakfast? And after you eat breakfast, think, what am I going to eat for lunch? And then after you eat lunch, you start thinking, what am I going to eat for supper? Eat and drink for tomorrow we die? Really? Is that what life is about? That's not what life is all about. So that's my goal. My goal is to get people thinking. Now, does that just mean thinking? No, it's not. It's not just thinking. I want people to think so that they come to a better understanding of the truth. You know what? Maybe this is the question. And maybe I'll be able to answer it better tomorrow. It'll be on my mind tonight as I go to bed. It'll be on my mind tomorrow morning. So maybe vlog number 2 will be more about whether or not I should be completely sincere on my vlog. Should I just say what's on my mind? Or should I question it like the young man and say, well, maybe I shouldn't put this. Maybe I'm wrong in simply wanting sexual pleasure, and therefore I need to maybe even ask, well, why is it that I want sexual pleasure? And I mean, this is another discussion for another day, but if you talk to someone who enjoys a lot of sexual pleasure for the sake of sexual pleasure, they know it's empty. Sure, feels good, like eating, but you're going to be hungry again. So, but I need to quit because my mind's working too hard, and I'm not able to say it as fast as my mind is working. So, I guess it's my first vlog. My first vlog is what I'm trying to do. A confession on how it's probably going to be kind of bad, but the big question is, should it be flat out sincere? Should I just express what's on my heart, on my mind, or should I tame it? Should I cover it? A bit, at least. So maybe tomorrow or whenever I get the vlog again, I'll be able to answer that question a little bit better. I hope it hasn't been too boring. I hope it hasn't been rambling on. But even if it's a little bit of rambling, maybe it's a rambling that shows how mind works in doubt. Not in doubt of everything, but in doubt of even the concepts, what to use, what not to use, what goals, what not goals, which goals don't work, and these type of things. You know, so I'm attempting to model, not that model, but I'm attempting to model thinking. So I at least hope this has been a modeling of thinking. Thank you. Goodbye.